Do you like to watch movies? Are you a home theater enthusiast like I am? Well, I've got a little physical media PSA coming up for you right after the jump. Hi guys, welcome back to The Well-Rounded Dude. My name is Chris. If you're new here, welcome. We cover a whole bunch of topics, including fashion, grooming, style, a whole bunch of topics. Today we're going to go over physical media, which is an important part if you're a well-rounded dude. You know, you like to kick back and watch movies. So not too long ago, I did a video about the best streaming services, in my opinion. You can see that video here. Now, I subscribe to Netflix, HBO Max, Prime Video. They're a great convenience, in my opinion. But physical media is more important to me, and I'll tell you why. So the inspiration for today's video is my Facebook feed and seeing all my friends cry over the loss of Friends and The Office from Netflix. If you own those series on DVD, you wouldn't have to worry about being able to see them. Owning physical media is much better than streaming it for various reasons. So we're going to get a little technical today, a little bit nerdy, but that's okay. Every well-rounded dude should be a little technical and nerdy. We're going to talk about the quality of some of the streams. We're going to use Netflix as an example. So Bumblebee, I have this on 4K. It's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, be sure to check it out. It's a 4K disc. It has a higher megabyte per second quality than what a Netflix stream is allowing. For example, this disc, 100 megabytes per second. That's when you stick it in your player and you press play. That's the rate that you're getting back data. 100 megabytes per second. If you were to watch this movie on Netflix, which it's not on Netflix, don't look for it. It is on Prime Video, but it's not on Netflix. Netflix recommends that your internet connection is 25 megabytes per second. That's a quarter of what this disc can put out. And that's what they're going to offer you. And they don't even use the full 25 megabytes per second. They use part of that as a buffer. So what does that mean? Well, that means you're getting a lower quality video when you stream. Netflix has done a great job, don't get me wrong, with compression technology, where they can take 4K content and stream it to you, but you're still losing a bit of the picture. It's not true 4K quality, and there is some audio loss. Again, Netflix is one of the only streaming services that does such a terrific job with their 4K content. So this is Wonder Woman on Blu-ray. Great movie. If you haven't seen it, got to check it out. My favorite scene, the No Man's Land scene. If you know, you know. Okay, so this has a 40 megabyte per second quality. When you stick the disc in your player, press play, you're getting that much data to your television. If you were streaming this through Netflix, it's 5 megabytes per second. Again, compression. And again, Wonder Woman isn't on Netflix, so don't go looking for it. Just using these movies as reference. So 5 megabytes from 40. Again, it would look great, but not the best that you would get from physical media. Also, again, as a native disc, 40 megabytes per second. This 4K disc, if you were streaming it, 25 megabytes per second, and most of that is buffer. That's less than a 1080p Blu-ray. So this is a DVD. Iron Man on DVD, great movie. DVDs have a 10 megabyte per second streaming bitrate. Put the disc in your player, press play, 10 megabytes per second of this disc is getting to your screen. So, as comparing to Netflix, Netflix is 3 megabytes per second if you were streaming it. Again, Iron Man is not on Netflix. Don't go looking for it on Netflix. But that's where compression comes in, and that comes at a cost. Quality. So you may be asking yourself, what quality, what kind? If you're just streaming, you may not know these things and may not notice. Okay, for instance, one of my favorite movies growing up as a kid was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze. You can see that here. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go. When I watched it on Netflix, I noticed something very small. And it may not matter to some of you, but to home theater and physical media enthusiasts, you'll know. There's some sounds that are missing. Like when you play it, at the title sequence, there used to be like a sound effect once it said The Secret of the Ooze. On Netflix, that's missing. That's gone. again, you may think that's kind of small, but you're not getting the movie the way it was intended. And there's other examples too, such as the movie Joker. In the beginning of the movie, Arthur Fleck gets beat up by some thugs. As he falls to the ground, water falls out of his flower. If you're watching it on disc, you can hear the water. If you're not, if you're streaming it, again, it's not on Netflix. It is on HBO Max though. You don't hear that sound at all. So you're missing some background sounds. Sometimes something very important you're missing because of compression. So we'll stop picking on Netflix real quick. We'll pick on HBO. Game of Thrones was a phenomenal series. Most people didn't like the last season. It's whatever. Probably their biggest episode was The Long Night, which came from the final season. A lot of people had a hard time seeing it, myself included. If you were streaming it, if you were watching it live on HBO or HBO Go at the time, you were missing out on some of the video. It was very dark. Like, it looked like a black screen, like your TV was off a lot of the time. Also, too, a lot of the scenes had a lot of banding. Well, what's banding? This is banding. As you can see, the colors don't match up. It's very stark in contrast. Whereas on a 4K Blu-ray, it's blended much better. It actually looks like he's standing in the night. It doesn't look like it's a CGI mess. So that's just a couple of the examples of compression and quality issues that some of the services have. I know Disney Plus is notorious for having 4K issues. I don't know if they've gotten it resolved. I don't play around with Disney Plus, which ironically is where you can go see Iron Man if you really want to. Disney itself has not adopted the 4K format. They're doing it, but they're not putting their much effort behind it, and that's another topic for another day, which will be coming soon here. But if you're streaming, if 4K is your thing, you're not getting the best HDR or Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos from Disney Plus and a lot of other services. HBO Max is just starting to adopt the format with Wonder Woman 1984. Netflix does a very good job, even though we were kind of bashing them before, and I didn't mean to, but they are doing a good job for that kind of content. So in closing, guys, what I highly recommend is buy the stuff you love. If Friends is your thing, buy the seasons on DVD. I think they even have them on Blu-ray now. Pick up those seasons, because whether they go to HBO Max or Netflix or some future streaming service and you don't want to get that, you'll always have your copies. You can watch them at any time. That's the best thing I can recommend to you. Because otherwise, these streaming wars are just beginning, and it's going to get a whole lot worse. We're going to lose more content off of different streaming platforms, and you don't want to pay for multiple streaming services, right? Okay, guys. If you've enjoyed today's video, please drop a like, subscribe, and also, I'm going to throw out a friend of mine. Check out Films at Home. He does a lot more of this content. He does a lot more home theater, 4K content, physical media. That's his thing. He's got a lot more time to do it than I do. Go check it out. It'll be listed in the description. All right, guys? Please be sure to check us out on social media. Also, too, check out our website, thewellroundeddude.com. Check out our merch page. Dude15 gets you 15% off your total purchase. We will catch you in the next one. Peace.